to a business to sell our benefits before? You've heard from people who have. I heard a story on the Monday corporate conference call. Martin Corza, putting on a business of 45 people last week, changed his business. He's increased his income over $1,000 a month, just like that. But businesses don't come on the books easily. You know, you go out, you need to kind of cater to them, talk to a few. The more you talk to, the more yeses you get, obviously. We've got somebody in our corporate headquarters who works as the vice president of our business licensing division, but she has also got a lot of experience in insurance. She is now going out and working with businesses about our business benefit packages, and she's going to give you some tips on how to get out there and not just sell the plan, but sell it on the spot. So please welcome to our stage, Fran Bennett.
My name is Fran Bennett, and I do work. I am a licensed insurance agent. I have an agency. I've been in the insurance business since 1993, and I've always specialized in small business benefits, and that's what I've done my whole insurance career: life, health, disability, dental. The reason Ameriplan works today so well, and I pretty much go out and I call on businesses with this program, and I'm going to show y'all how I do that. But this conference is my first one. Like I said, I'm a little bit nervous, you can tell. But I feel like we've gotten a ton of information from this conference on how to go out and market on the internet, how to do ads to get business in, a lot of good information for lead generation that I'm going to take home and use on my own business. I tend to do it traditional style, so I'm going to kind of go over some things with you guys about what I do and how to get business opportunities. First off, there's several ways of getting leads generated, and some of them are cold calling. I know we don't like to hear that word anymore, but business visits, and that's just dropping in businesses and introducing yourself and trying to get information to see if you have something that they can actually take advantage of. You can also do that on the telephone. I do cold calling right off the telephone. You can purchase leads, and I'm going to talk a little bit about our lead program that we've implemented at Ameriplan that you can take advantage of. And also referral-based business, network marketing. That's what we're all based on, is network marketing. And the internet. I'm not going to talk about all those. I'm going to stick specifically with cold calling, either on the telephone or in person. Sorry. Our target audience, the businesses you want to call on are not the big major corporations. If you want to call on those, go right ahead, but you'll probably spend a couple years getting in the door. So the ones that I focus on are your little mom and pop, 50 or less type of employers. Your dry cleaners. How many here go to the dry cleaners? You know, so, and I'm sure y'all have all done it. I know there's a lot of successful people here. But when you're in the dry cleaners, that's an opportunity for you to talk to them about what they have in place for themselves or their employees. We've got a wonderful program that's affordable for them to put in place for their employees. Restaurants. I don't know very many restaurants unless they're a major corporate chain that have any kind of benefits for their employees. So that's another opportunity, and in those, if they're individually owned, you'll usually be able to get with the owner. But some of them, you're going to talk to the manager to get in the door, and then he'll set you up with the owner if, you know, it's something that he wants to get in place. I particularly call on businesses and take the approach of the business owner paying for the benefits of the employees. It doesn't have to happen that way, but most of the businesses that I talk to, we set them up that way. Our business benefit package affords them the ability to furnish a product for their employees that they can't get for $49.95 a month in your business benefit pack. So it's a true benefit for their employees, and if you sell it to them that way, they're interested in talking to you about that. Car repair, paint body shops, all these guys. I picked up the phone last week and just got on the internet and looked up car repair services within a 5-mile radius of my house, and I got 4 appointments to go talk to them because they don't have benefits. Hair salons, all these hairdressers are normally, they're individual, they just lease their spots, so they don't have any insurance. You can walk into a hair salon and just talk to the ladies there or the gentleman there doing hair, and every single one of them are interested in what you have to talk about. Now, they were not interested in a $500 a month premium for health insurance, and that's what they're getting. I don't know if any of you do sell insurance, but I'm a 52-year-old woman, and for me, a $5,000 deductible health insurance policy is $522 a month. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I can't even afford it. So a lot of these other people are just like that in the same situation. So they want to have something that can give them some real benefits. The advantage that we have with Ameriplan, and I tell them as well, is that Ameriplan really does what it says it does. I can't confidently go into a business and tell you that the insurance policy I'm fixing to put you on is going to do what I'm telling you it's going to do when you need it. And that's a really hard spot to be in. I feel real confident when I put somebody on Ameriplan that they're going to get the benefits that they think they're going to get. It works every single time. And the only thing that I can say, and I do say it to the employers and the employees, is I only have one thing negative to say about the Ameriplan program. It sounds too good to be true, and it really is. It's just too good to be true, and that is a true statement. And every time I say that, they start laughing because they're already thinking, where's the catch? You know, you come across that all the time. So when I go into a business, and I've done this, we've tried to build the model, I normally take in the free prescription benefit card. Y'all all know about those? And I just walk in the door. I do it a couple of different ways because I do sell insurance. When I'm at an appointment, we call it clover leafing. When I go somewhere, I go and call on every business in that area. So I don't have to look for somewhere to go. Where I'm at, I just go from there. If I go to the dry cleaners, I may stop in 2 or 3 businesses in that little area. So when I go in, I just introduce myself. You know, it's not scripted. It is scripted, but I try not to make it feel scripted. You know, when I walk in, I said, hi, my name is Fran. I'm in the area today. Have an appointment right down the street. And I just wanted to introduce myself. How long have y'all been here? What do you do? How many employees do you have? Are you the owner? I'm just gathering information, right? So then I can truly act like I know what they need, because one of the things personally that offends me is when somebody walks up and starts telling me what I need and they haven't asked me one thing about me. And how could they possibly know what I need? So I always started out by giving a little information about them. What do you do here? How long have you been in business? How many employees? And then I go to the next step is, does your employer currently provide benefits for y'all here? And if we could put something in place for you that's affordable and also rich with benefits, is that something that you think they'd be interested in, if that's not the owner you're talking to? And when you're walking in businesses, chances are you're not talking to the owner. So you want to get that name. If he's not in, I usually ask, is the owner available? Now, I'm not looking to sell them anything while I'm there. I'm only there to get an appointment or to gather information to make another call. You're not going to sell business benefit packages over the phone. And if you can, I want to know all about it, because you would have a really hard time putting that in place just on a phone call. You're going to have to go see these folks. So basically, like I said, I walk in, hi, my name is Fran Bennett. I'm with Ameriplan, the nation's largest discount healthcare program. I want to take this opportunity to introduce myself to you, and then I'll usually say, don't worry, I'm not here to sell you anything. And that's kind of how I go. I use the pocket card that we have that has the bullets of our $49.95 program. And then I say, listen, we provide benefits, medical access plans that provide coverage for doctors, hospitals, dentists, vision, prescription, chiropractic care. Is this something that you might be interested in taking a look at? So, I think I'm going backwards. Hold on a second. Okay. And then there's where you ask, are you the owner? Is the owner available? How many employees do you have? And I just go right down the list. And then whenever they get there, if they're wanting to give them information right then, I will tell you my experience is this. If they're not prepared to buy, they'll get all the information and they have no need to see you, okay? So I never really give it to them unless I get an appointment. So virtually I say to them, look, I don't have a lot of time today and I know that you weren't prepared to see me. I'm going to be back over here on Thursday. Would 10:30 work for you? And I set the appointment. Now some of you may not want to be going on appointments. I'm going to tell you in just a minute why this is a really good way to do business today. So I pick a day and time. I tell them I'm going to be there on Thursday. I try to set up my day. Like I may have 5 appointments all in that area on Thursday, and I try to do them about an hour and a half apart, allowing me time to go in and present the business benefit package that we have and get their applications and get them submitted. Then I ask for their cell phone telephone number, and the reason I want their cell phone telephone number is I want to text them usually when I'm on my way. And I text them and I'll say, hey, I'm on my way, just wanted to remind you I'll be there in about 15 minutes. And they're less likely to cancel on you if you're already on your way, okay? So I say, great, I'll see you Thursday at 10 o'clock. Great, so now they know I'm coming to talk to them about buying something. And if you want to go the next step, which I do, I always say to them, listen, if this is something you're going to want to get in place, we're going to need to get applications and I'll need to check for, you know, the benefits for everybody that you're wanting to provide this for. You can use this same pitch by cold calling. I use basically the same pitch. The only thing I changed on my pitch when I'm on the telephone cold calling is I might say, instead of saying I'm in the area today, I might say, or I would say, I'm going to be in your area on Thursday, and I set the appointment. The internet is a good and a bad beast. It's good because it's convenient. It's good you can gather lots of information. But what I'm experiencing with it, and I'm going to kind of go back, I use the internet. I have a Facebook page. I do email marketing. I have a website. I do all of those things. And so is everybody else, okay? And in back in the day, everybody cold called, and nobody likes to walk in the door, right? And I can pretty much assure you today that not many people are walking in the door. And a lot of companies today, especially businesses, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to talk about leads in a minute. But on these leads that we're getting, do you know that there are maybe one group in a month that will search on the internet about benefits? Okay? Another statistic, according to Cigna Healthcare, 82% of all small businesses of 50 or less employees are uninsured. That's a huge, huge, huge market. Now, if you're a stay-at-home mom, and this is one of the things that I love so much about Ameriplan, there is not, A, anybody that couldn't use it, B, there's not any way you can't go about selling it. If you are a stay-at-home mom and you want to work from home, you're laid up from surgery, you can still work, okay? If you are the kind of person like I am that likes to get out and meet people and go see people and have that face-to-face thing, and let me tell you the reason I like to do that, and I still like to do that. You may work hard for about 3 to 6 months, but you will build a really, really large referral base from going to see the people. I went on an appointment a couple weeks ago, and it was a lady about benefits for her gardener and her housekeeper. And I went to see her on a $49.95 a month benefit, okay? But I said, look, you know, I don't want to try to, she wasn't comfortable over the phone. I said, look, you're right here in my neighborhood. Why don't I come see you about 2 o'clock on Thursday? We can meet. I'll go over all this with you. So I did that. I met with the lady, and her husband joined us in the meeting. And it turned out that she signed up not only her gardener and her housekeeper, her husband has a huge oil and gas company with 250 employees. And at the end of the appointment, he said he was going to get with his HR person and look at putting this in place for his business as well. So that's why it's important. If you want to do the face-to-face, you're going to build a referral-based business. If you're not good with the internet or something you're not interested in, this is another method of doing it. If you don't like getting on the phone, then you can get get out and meet people. So it's just whatever suits you. I like the person-to-person. I've never gotten a referral from doing somebody I've done on the internet. I just haven't, and I know that others are, but I'm talking about selling the product. And I'm going to tell you that we have the best product available today, and I know that beyond a shadow of a doubt. I sell for every major health carrier, and I feel more confident with what Ameriplan does for people than any of those insurance companies. And we have a huge market to sell to. I may not be happy with America today, what they're doing with our health care, but I am really happy with Ameriplan. So, okay. And as far as the business benefit package, we put together, when you go in and first you're probably going to talk to the owner if you're going to see if they're going to pay for it. If they say they're interested in paying for it, then you're going to want to get with them, and then you get with the employees and just sign them up. The benefit to a business owner paying for the benefits is that, and here's how I sell it to them. Listen, this may or may not be something that you want to provide for them, but let me tell you what it would do for your employees if you just payroll deduct, if you're willing to do that. Number one, it's free tax dollar deduction for his employee. Number two, it's a less amount per pay period. They can pay it out like $20 or $23 per paycheck versus the $49. Also, they cannot access the business benefit packages, virtually the Freedom Pass, and they can't get that benefit for $49.95 a month unless it's through their employer. Isn't that true? It would cost them $150 a month to have all of the benefits that they have in their package. So in fact, the employer truly is participating even without having to pay any of it. And that's been working really well. And the other thing is, since it's not insurance, the employer can contribute as little or as much as he wants to. So if he wants to pitch in $5, if he wants to pitch in half, if he wants to pay for all of it, then you got a really good situation, because then you just go sign up people. But I'm finding that people's response to it is, the only objection that I get is they can't believe it's true. That's really the biggest objection. How does it work? And what I tell them, and I'll have to give credit to Mr. Dennis Flynn for this one, because I was having a problem with getting them to sign. They just can't believe it's true. They really can't. And he said, well, tell them there's a 30-day guarantee, 100% money back guarantee. And that's been working great, because here's what I say to them. You know what, I agree with you. It does sound too good to be true, and I'm going to tell you what else it is too good to be true. It really is. It's just way too cheap for what all it does for you. But we're a consumer-driven healthcare company. And that means we care about what it's costing you out of your pocket as well. So your rates are probably never going to go up, okay, like health insurance does. So let me tell you this. Let's get you all signed up. You have 30 days. You can cancel without any question, and we'll refund every bit of your money. But I want you to go use it. Go to the dentist. Go to the pharmacy. Go use it. And when it does for you what I'm telling you it's going to do for you, then I want your testimony on our website. That's all I want. It's just your testimony about how it worked for you. And then, of course, I have my own testimonies, because I do use this product. And I've saved, I mean, I can't even tell you how much money, I'm thousands of dollars just in a few months. So it is more than way paid for itself for me. And if you're not using it yourself, and I know you all are, but by using the product, it makes you more confident. It's like the lady earlier said that she called roadside service to make sure it worked, right? But I'm that same kind of person, you know, I want to know that it works. Because for me, these are my clients, and it does matter to me that they're happy with the products that I provide for them. Ameriplan has started a lead program for you guys, and I think you probably got a letter in the mail and a card where you can order leads, you can purchase leads from us. Dennis and Daniel were able to negotiate with the lead program. I kind of did a beta test on the leads, so I called them myself, and a couple other reps were calling as well to get an idea of what lead source we wanted to go with. So this wasn't done in vain. There's been a lot of research behind it. And they were able to negotiate a discount for you guys, and you have all that information. But when you go with the lead program, the main important thing, and I'm not going to get real in depth about it, but you've got to make immediate contact. So what I do, and this is what's working, I text them immediately, I email them, and I call them. And the chances are you're not going to make a contact right off because these are shared leads. They're shared with 3 other people. But I got 2 calls last night while we were at the casino night from a text and an email I sent 2 weeks ago. So as soon as their calls die down, they're going to call you back because you've left your information with them. So, you know, these leads, you can purchase those, like I said, and I think they're good leads. Don't get disappointed if you don't make the sale or get the contact immediately. Wait about a week, return to it, and kind of get back in and call them again because then everybody else is kind of giving up on them. And then you'll get in contact with them. So with that, I guess I'm going to wrap it up here, and if anybody has any questions after, I'll be around. And thank you for your time, and everybody